everybody. This is Josh, and we are back still in this particular chapter of Shadows of the Old World. Things have gotten interesting. We started out in Gatlas, and now we are in Mirrored Port.
Woo.
And
And
we're
it
still
big.
looking for a skull Pegasus. We need our Thestral hunting gear.
Also, Mirrorport big.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is a really big nest.
Oh yeah, somebody had ice cream for the first time.
Yes. May the gods have mercy upon us.
Mental note, put that in the journal.
But yes, I believe we ended last session just at the tavern, essentially. Everyone just kind of joined up with comparing notes and had a little bit of downtime.
I think so.
Yep. Yeah, we're just waiting on Caius.
All right.
Yeah.
Well then, why don't we get things started then?
Ooh.
Is this the music from Tangled?
No.
It sounds like it.
I kind of blinked because just for a split second I thought it was the Cantina music.
No. No.
I did say for a split second.
All right. So, as you all are just kind of sitting around in the tavern, just making a little bit of merry, just casually watching, observing a lot of people. There are a lot of things going on here. A lot of people getting riotously drunk. It is a little early to get riotously drunk, but it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Some people don't even wait for 5 o'clock.
Mhm.
Nope. Some people don't even wait for 5 o'clock, and you see that. And a couple of you are probably shaking your heads because you do see a couple people getting, dragged out. Dragged out for drinking too much, and then just kind of either gently or thrown out.
Well, this certainly feels familiar.
Just you quickly gather that this tavern has a "not my problem" policy.
Well, this
And
certainly feels familiar.
And they see, what do you call it? Flynn sees a guy, get thrown out of the bar, and then, it's like, ooh, that's gonna be a couple $100. And then the door slams, smashes him in the face, an hour.
It's gonna look. Adrian's gonna think he's gonna try and earn some income. He's gonna look around to see if there's any students studying, because usually, not normally library, but see if they actually brought their work to a tavern.
All right then. Why don't you roll a? Why don't you make a lore academia check for me?
Okie doke.
If we're earning money, Hoshimi's gonna dance.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you know what'll be smart? Opening her character sheet.
Mm-hmm.
Public or blind?
Public.
Okay.
Same?
19.
All right.
Jawash. Same?
Say what?
Same as the same?
Yeah, performance.
I'll also draw new hero cards, y'all.
Ooh.
Yeah. So, Adrian, you're looking around, see if there's anybody, studying that you could probably, help out. Trying to do some effective tutoring. You're having trouble finding really anybody. It's you take a look at the clock and like, ooh, it's a little bit past a lot of people's lunch hour, so they're probably showed up like an hour or so too late.
Ah, darn.
Yeah.
It happens.
I doubt Hoshimi made a whole lot with that role.
Yeah. So here's kind of what happened with Hoshimi. It's like you do a very good dance. This is a very decent dance, and unfortunately, one of the drunker customers is a little too enraptured by you. Tries to get a little handy, and and well within your rights to do so. You kick him back, and he smashes into a table.
Is there anything I can roll? What can I do in order to earn a little bit of cash?
In a little bit. So yes, while you do get some money from your performance, one of the barkeeps says, "Look, you were well within your rights, but I'm gonna need to ask for some of that to pay for that. You could have aimed anywhere else, but you hit him into a table."
I'm sorry, it was reflex. Besides, she makes kind of she is not flipping anyone off. She makes kind of a grabby gesture with her hands to indicate where they were going.
Yeah, the manager snaps, takes the guy who just smashed into the table, and just throws him out.
My thanks.
Yes. So you make a total of 8 silver.
That's not bad.
Yeah, the guy, and also the guy. Technically speaking, in this legal world, the guy would actually be responsible for paying for the table.
Honestly, if I wanted to make some money, I could just give literally anybody in this tavern my card. Everybody seems to be getting thrown out today.
Yeah. All right. So, well, basically, if you want to earn income here, you can, so basically you have to look at your skill list and you have to justify to me how you're going to earn some income, essentially.
I'm going to PM you something, Josh.
All right.
Yeah, I could sell. I don't know if I have the vendor's license to do so, but I could sell some of my drink items because they don't have those on the menu.
I think that is highly frowned upon.
That's what I mean. I don't want to do that.
I could bounty hunt.
That's true.
Or underworld.
Yeah.
I have an idea, Finn.
Okay.
What?
I'm immediately afraid.
Hello.
Your ideas tend to be scary.
Tell me, do it.
I'm typing in the STOW chat. One sec.
Let's see.
Okay. All right. So, Olwen, I would say bounty hunting, like at this amount of time, would be a little bit of a you would to actually do some legit bounty hunting. It would take some time. However, you can use that skill to maybe perhaps note some illicit dealings that might be going on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Bliss just had the best idea ever. Ladies and gentlemen, come and see the amazing talking griffin!
Not this again!
Oh boy.
Seppa quickly stands up and raises her wings up.
Anything you want to say, she will talk back to you for one day only. Come and see the amazing talking griffin. Just a few silver, a few gold, and she'll say anything you wanted to say.
I need money for ice cream, please.
You wouldn't let a face like that go hungry, would you?
Seven immediately does the puppy eyes.
accordance with circumstance.
Hoshimi cringes at the idea, but she's also so proud of the manipulation tactic that she doesn't say anything. She's a fantastic influence.
Do we have to roll for that?
Both of you are gonna have to roll performance.
All right,
Yeah,
let's go.
This will be fun.
Yes.
I'm afraid.
Be very afraid.
All right. All right. I got no modifier, so this is all.
Oh!
Let's go.
Come on.
Okay.
Justice
So,
and calculations.
Yeah. So. Okay. With that, Finn and so Flint and Seven. Unfortunately, they take one look at the talking griffin, and they're like, "Dude, we've seen talking animals before. The Selenia's like right to the west."
Any ideas? We gotta save this.
7. Oh. Oh.
Owen decides to help.
Oh.
Really? But can those griffins solve complex mathematical equations and even write?
Ooh.
7 proceeds to pull out her pen and a piece of notebook from her diary.
All right.
And she begins writing in common mathematics.
All right. Make a lore academia,
Lore
Is
academia.
this-
This should be interesting.
or is it or what were your lore skills?
Yeah, what there's my course. Oh,
Yeah,
lore.
or lore physics.
Lore physics. Oh, okay. Here we go.
Oh boy. No one said there'd be.
Ah.
Hero points are a thing, you guys.
Yes, I will
0
do
points,
hero.
0 points.
I want to do
Dang
hero
it.
point.
Yeah.
Come on.
I want this. This is fun. Hold on.
I
Save
mean-
us with math.
I may be groaning at the whole thing, but I'm not gonna sit here and be a butthead being like, "Oh, I don't want it to happen," because
Oh.
my friend wants it to happen. So, let's.
Oh
help.
wait, what am I doing? I am so dumb. Sorry about that. It's been a hot
You're
minute.
not dumb.
Reroll using hero point. Yes. Oh, it's
Oh,
even
Are you
worse.
kidding me?
Can I roll to support? Like, I don't even have physics. I don't
No.
think. No, I don't.
No.
Dang it.
I don't want to use another hero.
You can't.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can anyway. Right.
Yeah. Yeah. So. So unfortunately, Seven, you're put a little on the spot here, and you kind of you usually like the mathematical formulas and the physics equations usually pop into your head when you're trying to summon them, you're trying to reach for them, but you don't know whether it's the stage fright, but they're not coming into your head, and you're drawing a blank.
I can do this. I can do this. Ah! She slams her fist on the ground.
Unfortunately, the other patrons just go back to their drinks and food.
And then you see Flint and Zoo give her an applause.
Oh, well, thank you. And thank you. And the rest of you are poopy heads. She goes and sits back down.
I thought your performance was awesome.
I tried, I'm sorry.
You didn't do anything wrong, Owen. Just not everybody has showmanship.
Honestly, that was a better idea than anything I came up with. Great job.
Oh,
I could if someone would teach me.
Where's Adrian? Speaking of.
I've been here the whole time.
No, I thought you said you'd gone off to look for others.
Yeah, he was just doing a quick glance around the room to see if anyone was doing any homework, but nope.
Oh, okay. My bad. I misunderstood.
You know, now I kind of want to train Seven and Zoo to do tricks as a duo.
Oh, my goodness.
All right. Olwen. With that, Olwen, as your while your encouragement with Seven didn't quite work out, you do see that there is a person who is going around pickpocketing people.
Oh.
And your eyes glance over to that, and you look over at a bouncer who hasn't seemed to have noticed yet.
Uh-oh.
Do I see him pick his next target?
Yeah. You sit. Yes, you're looking at it as he goes through, and yeah, you're pretty sure you think you know who he's going to pickpocket next.
All right. Did diplomacy check to tell the person?
Yep.
No. I'm gonna sneak up behind him, scare the pants off of him, and hopefully he'll drop his bounty.
Do it.
You sneak up behind him, and yes, he drops his bounty. So, how do you want to scare him?
As I'm sneaking behind him, I take out my katana, and then as soon as he has pickpocketed someone, I put the sword in front of his eyes. Now, that's not very nice.
Yeah. So yeah, this kind of half elf. He looks at you, just seeing that, and he's he immediately He immediately tries to book it.
I'm gonna try and trip him so that he drops the rest of his stuff.
All right. Yeah, you trip him.
Ah!
Yeah, you just trip him, and he just kind of, a lot of his stuff just starts scattering all over the floor, and then people look at him, and it's like, hey, that's my bracelet! That's my necklace! Everyone starts looking through their pockets.
And there's my ride.
Now, unfortunately, I don't have my manacles. I sent those back to Directian with the rest of my police stuff. However, sneaky.
Yeah.
Subdue.
All right.
I have Snaky hog tie him.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
What?
No, Hoshimi was starting to get up and go over to them.
Oh, sorry. What did I do?
No, go ahead. You got there faster than I did.
Oh,
All right.
my bad.
All right. So, guy gets hogtied, and as he's hogtied, everyone starts picking up some of their stuff that's been stolen, and one of the gentlemen says, "Thank you for this. You know what? He gives you some money as thanks." Guy stole like 100 gold, and he handed you 4.
Wow.
And then Flint
Still something.
Flint gives you a small fist bump, and he's like, "The trigger has been pulled."
Also, the bouncer, after the thief has been hogtied and occasionally slapped or kicked by patrons who have had their stuff stolen, the bouncer grabs the guy, pulls off your rope, and tosses him out.
And what do you call it? Flint throws a piece of paper at him,
My card. Scumbags pay extra.
Okay, Hoshimi actually watches this guy get tossed out, and she actually goes out after him, but not without throwing a glare at Flint and Alwyn.
Didn't we do it good?
Ha ha! Ah ha! Jeepers crow, Josh.
Yeah.
What?
Nothing.
Anywho, so Hoshimi, you're looking over to that thief. You're heading over to that thief.
Yeah.
All right.
Are you okay?
He gets up. He starts brushing him off. He's like, "What do you care?"
I wasn't the one who just tossed you out. They just acted faster than I could react.
Oh, whatever.
Wait, what's your name?
The name's Panzer.
You said Panzer, not Pantser, right?
Yeah.
I'm just making sure. Okay. Any particular reason you're picking pockets, or are you just on hard times?
Look, it's just a ritzy tavern. There's a lot of people. Here. I just figured that some of these rich folk wouldn't miss like 100 gold out of their 10,000 stuff that they get hoarded off.
Hoshimi looks this kid up and down, looks back in the tavern, then looks at him and says quietly, "You need to learn to pick your marks better."
He looks you up. He looks you up and down. Okay. What do you mean?
Exactly what I said. In there, not a single rich person. Everyone was going to notice they were missing something sooner or later. It just happened sooner in this case, because unfortunately for you, my friend in there is a police detective.
Oh.
So you really need to learn to pick your marks better.
He shoots you a glare. Yeah, well, you need to learn to pick your friends better.
It was circumstance, and let me teach you something. Watch the way people move and listen to how they talk. That'll tell you a lot more about them than where they happen to be. You want to pick a good mark? Find someone who's up their own butt, so to speak. Or trying to haggle for that one extra cop. Those are the ones that will have the money to pick.
All right, I'll take your advice. So he just turns his back to you, kind of gives you a half-hearted wave goodbye.
One thing, I just have one quick question for you.
Yeah, what?
Where do you frequent around here?
Usually the taverns. I try to go after people who look slightly drunk.
Not what I meant. Where do you go?
He looks you up and down. Why should I tell you that?
Because I just gave you some really good advice, and I'm not dragging you back in there to my detective friend, now am I?
Why do you want to know?
Let's just say there's good reason for you to trust me. And you want me to know how to find you if you get in trouble.
All right, fine. I live at the boarding house, like all the way across the street.
Does he like point to the place or anything?
Yeah.
The boarding house there. Got it. Thank you.
All right. He turns on his heels and leaves.
Hmm. Hoshimi heads back inside.
All right. So,
You know, you might learn to be a little gentler in your approach, Detective. I know that you're used to having to be the one biting down on the hard edge of the law, but sometimes people have reason for what they do. See, maybe next time, don't just trip and hogtie someone. Pinning someone down is perfectly fine.
So you wanted me to get on top of him and pin him down?
Instead of treating him like an animal.
I just told Snaky to subdue. I didn't tell him to hogtie. He'd pick that. Sorry.
And Hoshimi just sits down and she picks her mug back up and takes a huge swig from it.
Listen, I shouldn't be seen with you guys because I made that sort of thing with the green dragon with the guy that I didn't know you, so I am going to go do some scouting.
Right. So, we need to get a better look at that ledger. That much is obvious. And since someone, she throws a side eye to Adrian, doesn't want there to be any breaking and entering. I'm open to other ideas.
We do, if we're okay with being as subtle as possible, we do have a tiny set of hands and eyes that could give us some aid in this case.
I wouldn't call Yuto tiny, but
Bigger than that.
Hoshimi looks at him blankly.
And then he slowly but surely rises Zoo up in his hand, and she's eating a piece of cheese. She doesn't know what's going on, and then she looks around. She's like, "What?"
I'm reminded of Little, and if you understand that reference, you get a cookie.
Zoo,
You're
can
kidding.
you do us a small favor?
You've got to be kidding right now.
Do you have any other
I know Zoo is smart, but we're talking about a huge book, and you're the only one she can talk to.
So, girl, she can write stuff down.
Are we gonna need a magnifying glass for that?
I mean, if I tell her exactly what we need, we can send her straight in like nobody's business, and she can come back telling us exactly what we need to know. I got a whole book full of paper here.
Hoshimi looks at Flint, looks at Zoo, pinches the bridge of her nose, and then she starts addressing Zoo directly. Would you be offended if I suggested someone go in to help you?
Zoo still hasn't exactly accepted this plan, and she's like, she actually would kind of be super okay with that.
Hoshimi can't understand her.
And she kind of looks over to Flint, and she kind of like, does little gestures to him. Yeah, she says she's more than okay with a few extra hands.
Okay. Look. You're right that we need small and subtle. And yes, a rat is you're not going to get much smaller than that unless you're going into useless territory. And she looks over at Zoo. No offense. You're outside of that territory.
And she just kind of folds her arms and just kind of waves her arms like none taken.
But she is still a rat. And if the owner just happens to have set up any traps, I know she's smart enough to avoid them, but there's always that one you don't see. And the way Hoshimi's eye twitches at that, it sounds like she might be talking from experience.
Ugh. Yeah, no traps if we can avoid them. So what exactly are we gonna do to skirt around that problem?
We need small, we need subtle, and we need quick. Now she looks at him very pointedly. I don't suppose we happen to know a small four-legged animal other than Zoo who could help with that. Oh my goodness, you're an
You
idiot.
want
I'm
you want to
talking-
go in with her?
Adrian,
mean,
please.
He's asking you.
Please tell him who I'm talking about. If I keep talking, I'm going to start screaming.
Does anybody else pick up on it?
He closes his book. He means you. She means Yuto.
Oh. Well, he's significantly bigger than she is. Would he be okay in there?
Hoshimi nods her head. Then
you
she
two
looks at him. He is literally a shinobi. Then she stops. You don't know that word, do you?
No.
Right. Okay. I apologize. That's such common knowledge for me that I forget that's not a thing here.
What is it? What does it mean?
It's a warrior who stalks in the shadows. Someone who is adept at the art of moving without being seen, striking without being seen. You know how sometimes okay, let me think of a couple of examples. On Mount Bolus, did you ever wonder why those bandits that escaped never came after us?
Yeah.
Or how about when we were in that temple, where did that rope come from?
Yeah.
There's plenty of other instances, such as, well, you could name any single instance from before you knew he was there. He was always there, but you had no idea he was.
Stealth beyond comprehension.
That is shinobi.
Say no more. He can lead the operation if he wants. What do you say, Zoo? Are you okay with having a shinobi stealth master on your team? And she grabs him by the cheek. She grabs him by the cheeks in her paws, and he's like, "I need someone like that. I don't want to get snapped by a trap."
That's so cute.
And then he scritches behind her ear, and he's like, "I don't want you to get snapped either." And then she kind of mellows down, like,
Aw.
All right, well, I think we have our plan.
Except for one problem.
Hmm?
We need to make sure nobody happens to notice them. And we definitely need to make sure that if the owner happens to be nearby, he's not going to immediately go inside. Shinobi or no, getting caught is still getting caught.
Right. Should we scope out the area first?
We know what the area looks like.
I'm talking about when he's going to be there and when he's not.
Well, not sure, but I'm not sure about you, about the rest of you. But I want to hear what Caius has to say when he gets his manifest back.
I agree.
All right.
Also, voice Daggers of Light of the East. I like that. Except it would be Daggers of Shadow, don't you think?
Boo.
What? I'm not joking.
Oh yeah, I mean I guess, but then that's just assassin.
Gee, because the Daggers of Light never ever raised their blades against anyone, did they?
They changed. Kinda.
They got better.
I'm about to have Hoshimi stab a dagger in their throat, I swear. Why? Why are these the people I spend time with?
Because you love us.
Yeah.
That's in debate right now.
She's 50-50 right now, maybe 60-40.
And the odds are not in your favor.
Mm-mm.
All right. But, so, on that note, who should show up? But Caius.
I wave.
Yeah, you see Caius just trying to maneuver in between all the people. It's just like, ugh, this place is so crowded. And then he gets down, and you see him kind of reflexively check his pockets. Okay, it's still all there.
Don't worry, that was taken care of.
Can't be too careful in a crowd.
Goodness. I don't know if this will go through as Hoshimi. I hope it does.
All right. So, not entirely sure if this is good news or bad news, but
Nah.
yeah, we got that shipment from him.
It is news.
Is there any way to track where the shipment originated from?
Somewhere in the Eastern Dominion, I suppose, but we'd have to thoroughly look at where, like, records in his shop.
Well, technically, this is official business.
It's also a privately run business. Access to their records isn't exactly public.
So, aside from breaking in, and I'm not entirely sure we actually have the authority to issue a warrant here, but
Well, with somebody basically on suspension. Besides, we have little to no reason to throw a warrant at him. Nothing solid.
No. It could be something that you and the shop owner could discuss in private, though. If this well, given that Caius was the one who called for the shipment, and he was the one who, and what's the guy's name? The Tahaka or Denton was the Green Dragon that we met. Denton was the name of the Green Dragon, right?
yes.
Yes. And Denton assumed was the guy who acquired it and sent it to you. That could be something. That could be honestly, that could be our distraction without causing a ruckus.
Yeah. Kai sits down and leans back. A green dragon named Denton?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's like I've met my share. I've met a few dragons, and Denton? I don't know. I feel like that's a. I feel like that's a cover name.
But then we are talking about the same one who came up with Chlorine Forest.
And yeah, and remember, like, you know, if they're usually if someone's a shapeshifter and they're recorded by the if they're recorded by the Board of Unity, then I don't know. Maybe it's a cover. Maybe it's just a legal cover name. I don't know. It's weird to me that a green dragon would be named Denton.
At the mention of the whole shapeshifter cover name, Hoshimi just gives Caius a flat look.
Out of character, does Caius know about the whole thing about the refugees or no?
Refugee status.
Yeah, the refugee status.
He probably would know about the refugee status on a. But probably he doesn't know that the person's license has refugee status on it.
Well, maybe there's I don't know. Could be an important reason why they had to change their name to something, I don't know, that wouldn't suit a green dragon.
I don't know. Maybe if we peeked at his life. What, you think he might be a refugee?
I'm not It's it's possible, but I don't want to get into the politics of that. But that's
well. What would he be a refugee from? As far as I know, there aren't really any like wars or plagues going on in the world right now.
Well, there weren't exactly any plagues or wars going on in my home, were there? So you don't necessarily need some big disaster to become a refugee.
So why would he be a refugee then?
I don't remember. Did Owen mention the whole like brother thing in the guy's ledger?
I believe so.
I'm pretty sure I told people.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean,
yes, I do recall that.
By what Owen said about his ledger, from what little she did manage to sneak a peek at. It may be a family issue. She isn't that familiar. Because she caught the word brother, and I don't remember, was it scratched out?
If I recall, yes.
I'm asking the DM because he would know.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. And it was scratched out, which is interesting to me. So either he's running from his family or he's helping his family and wants to hide the trail.
So what do we do then?
We already kind of worked out a plan. We just need to work out a distraction. Don't look at me.
Distraction?
Don't look at me for this one. I'm the one usually running the secretive part of the operation.
I can distract.
You sure? Like, are you sure about that?
I'm
Well-
pretty sure she can make a distraction, but go ahead, Seven.
Well, I mean, I've never done one before, but
Out of character, you sure about that?
in character. I mean, what's more distracting than a giant talking griffin who's pretending to be hurt or lost, trying to look for her CNIYA?
Oh,
What?
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, I could be a CNI griffin for Sybil.
Sybil, but
You know, I
okay,
suppose
but-
if I did have my eyes closed all the time, I may not be quite so intimidating to everyone.
Oh, the point just 100% flew over Sybil's head. I love that.
Besides, I want to help.
I mean, I'm not against it, but
I'm not fond of it, but in this case, I actually have to defer to all of you, because like I said, not my area of expertise.
I don't know. If anything, I don't know. I kind of want to search for Star J.
Can't we do both?
Probably not at the same time, but we should be doing both.
That's where Olwen went.
Oh, she did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where
Yeah.
Olin went. I'm currently typing up the investigation result for her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's why I haven't been talking at all. Trust
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
I want
We're-
to input some things, but I'm being a good girl.
Yeah, we're planning the operation. She's taking care of business, so.
Yeah, sorry that this is taking a while for me to type up, honey.
It's fine. You are totally fine. I rolled like balls anyways. It's fine. It's not fine. It's fine. It's not fine.
I forgot we were in Mirrored Port for a second.
Well. All right. Well. All right. Well. All right. I think I have an idea how we can do this. How about Caius and I? We can go back. We can go back to the. We can go back to start. All right. Here's an idea. Caius and I will go in. To discuss. Well, Caius, you can discuss the whole thing with the manifest. Seven and Sybil, you do the distraction, which should give enough time for Flint and for Zoo and Yuto to sneak in.
Ladies and gentlemen, this will be the most amazing 3-animal operation ever devised. Commence Operation Zoo with 2 O's.
Seven wags her tail excitedly.
All right then. All right. Any objections?
No, this is the sort of thing Yuto does. So
All right.
I'm sorry about this, Ellie.
I'm okay
no,
with
you're
this.
not. No, you are freaking not.
Yeah.
We're calling it Operation Zudo now.
Zudo! It's Zudo!
I forbid it.
It works because... Oh, no, kind of not. Okay, never mind. But it's still Zudo. I'm still sticking with that.
We can put an S in the front instead of a Z. We can call it Pseudo.
I just had a physical eye twitch. I hate all of you.
All right. All right, Bill's been paid. Let's go.
All right, so
As they're walking out, Hoshimi glances over at the boarding house for just a second, not long enough for anyone to really notice. But she's just making mental notes.